Hello everyone, and welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And we're here to do a follow-up to a sequel. It is a sequel to a follow-up of an episode we did years ago called Yojimbo.
Yeah.
So we're doing 1962's, the following year, Sanjuro by Kurosawa, starring, you guessed it, Mifune. Toshiro Mifune as the titular ronin.
The goat.
The goat. This, if you had a movie where he's the goat and the coolest character, this might be the one. I mean, all of them are really good, obviously, but like this is the one where like Yojimbo, he's kind of like a mischievous kind of character, while this one's more of like he's just kind of like lackadaisical. Is a little not, I wouldn't say lazy, but more of like laid back, I would say. Until he needs to be serious. And then
he's a very cool, confident guy. Like, he's just trying to relax a lot, but ends up getting kind of...
He just wants some sake.
He ends up getting engrossed in this situation.
Yeah.
We'll call it.
Yeah, and it's basically a feature-length film about Mifune making a fool of everyone.
He's always 5 steps ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I fooled you. There's a lot, the classic blunder of a lot of them. There's some, it's a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I've always heard about it having these moments of comedy.
I mean, it's not like The Naked Gun. It's not like Farrelly Brothers movie where there's a lot of slapstick. There's moments where, like, when he, in the beginning, where he takes out all, like, the bandits.
There's
the rival gang.
Physical comedy.
And then he comes in and is like, okay, they're gone, pretty much. And then, like, one head pops up and another, and then, like, eventually it's like 12 people's head just pops up. Not at the same time, but we're like... Yeah, gradually. It's like, how many more people are there?
With the 9 samurai that he helps, the way they're portrayed, there's a lot of like comedic kind of moments where it's like all their heads popping up from underneath the floor, or like when they're behind the bush and they all like follow him like ducks.
Yeah,
it's really. It has those kind of moments where you'll chuckle, but it still retains its kind of serious nature.
Badass Ronin,
and it's still that kind of, period samurai film.
Yeah, and it's funny because in the Yojimbo, he's credited as the samurai. This one, he's the Ronin, so he's a masterless samurai, essentially.
Yeah.
And it shows he's very, like, he has no ties to anything. I will say the ending of the film, the last 3 minutes, is real good.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of the film is real good.
Oh, no, so I'm saying the last 3 minutes is, like, it all builds up to that moment, and it really pays off.
Yeah, I'd say about 95 minutes of this film is really good.
Yeah. Shocker. It's a Kurosawa Mifune joint.
Yeah.
And it's really good. I mean, it's hard to do these Kurosawa samurai films at this point because it's like, it's real good.
Well,
what more can you say about it?
I guess alright, so we'll talk about Mifune, incredible charisma, incredible delivery, incredible attention to detail. With his little twitch that he does, that
like a snarl.
A lot of you'll see like reels, like the highlight reels of like Kurosawa and Mifune. Several clips that you'll see in all of those are in this movie. And with Kurosawa, he is
placement.
He's tremendous with blocking,
yes,
and he's tremendous with framing shots and like having people in the background, foreground, middle ground, and like how he divides the screen and how he's able to direct your eye.
There's a great moment where it's when Sanjuro gets tied up to a rock, and I forget. It starts with an H. Hanbei? I forget what the rival's characters.
Yeah, it's Moroto. Hanbei Moroto.
Yeah, Hanbei. And he pulls out his sword. And it's right here by Sanjuro's neck, but it's like probably the distance between you and me. It's not on his neck, but like it has it to like the framing is he's right there, and there's a sword of like, okay, I have the upper hand on you. But it's not like he's just like, kind of like he's just looking at the sword. He's not actually threatening with it.
Yeah.
But framing makes it look like thematically what's going on. Like he has the upper hand over Sanjuro for once that he thinks.
Yeah, he's such a nice, like, cool customer. I mean, we talk about, like, Yojimbo, which was kind of loosely the basis of for Fistful of Dollars, the beginning of the Man with No Name trilogy, and then this one's based on a book. And it just so happens that Kurosawa, because of the success of Yojimbo and how much Sanjuro is liked in that film, he repurposes the script and makes it a Sanjuro movie. And it pays off because he's such an interesting character, very much that loner, honorable, good man at heart but does bad deeds. And you can see how conflicted his character is. I mean, that first fight, he never unsheaths his sword, which if you watch the film, you start seeing why that metaphor is really important. It's called out later, and it gets to his character when he thinks about it. But he never unsheaths his sword in that first fight. He just beats guys up with the sword in the sheath, and pushing guys around, punching them, and he gets the better of them. And you just see how overmatched everybody is. Like, he's like level 99 while everybody else is like level 10. I think the writing of Kurosawa is so good because even knowing you have an overpowered character like that, the stakes are always there.
Yeah.
And you always are invested. And it's a well-crafted film, as most Akira Kurosawa films are.
Really?
Yeah, and it's Kurosawa, so there's obviously a heavy influence, like you have water and nature, and I love the way they use the water and the flowers in the film. It's so beautiful and interesting. Like, it just you can start seeing where, like, Tarkovsky gets it in some of his films with the water and flowers. And you're like, man.
I was actually watching another influence. I was watching the Kill Bill series. And I could see where Quentin Tarantino got blood splatter from. Yeah. Holy crap, there's a moment in the film where he does unsheath the sword and boing!
If you notice, that's the only time you see that.
Yeah.
Because every other fight, there's no blood that you see.
It's so glorious.
And it's that one moment.
It's kind of like the build of all this violence and all this action and all these like sword play. Like the moment, it's like a release of like all of the build up.
Everything, again with the metaphor of the sheath versus unsheathed sword and the meaning behind it for samurai. It's interesting to have a character that is so overpowered, and we talk about how he has this ability to kind of command and just obliterate everybody if you wanted.
And outsmart them.
But he has that character of that trait of does not want to. Knows he can, but does everything he can to not do that.
Yeah.
He's trying to preserve life. And that's ultimately what makes him such an honorable and good character, even though he doesn't feel like it a lot of the time. Yeah.
I think I'm just going to skip it. We're going to recommend the film to the general audience. It's definitely watch Yojimbo and Sanjuro. You don't have to watch either one like together. You can watch Sanjuro without watching Yojimbo. You can watch Yojimbo without Sanjuro. I'd recommend watch both. I know like Criterion has the collection as
Yeah,
like
the
a double pack. So we watched it on the Criterion channel. So you can check it out there.
It might also be on Max.
It's not actually.
Oh, it's not?
I looked it up.
Okay.
Yojimbo is on Max, but Sanjuro is not, which I don't understand why. But
hot take, I enjoyed Sanjuro more.
I'm in the same boat as you.
As a film, I think Sanjuro stands easily on its own. I think it's better than Yojimbo. I think Yojimbo is remembered more for the technical stuff.
Yes.
And then Sanjuro, I think, is a better narrative structure, character development than Yojimbo.
Yeah.
Personally.
It's like Yojimbo is more of the exterior.
Yeah.
And Sanjuro is the interior. It's almost like Kurosawa knows what he's doing. Strange. So let us know in the comment section below what you think about the film. There's probably some more Kurosawa films we have not done. I don't think we've done some of the non-samurai stuff.
I think we haven't done High and Low.
We have not done High and Low.
And for those who keep up in movie news, I believe High and Low is about to be remade by a certain somebody.
I don't know any of this news.
Yeah, I think Spike Lee's doing a version called Higher and Lower or something like that.
Okay, hopefully it's better than Old Boy. Anyway, let us know in the comment section below what you think about the film, what's other Kurosawa films we should do, what's other samurai films we should do. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Condish Productions. Be sure to follow us on Letterboxd, which is just search Criterion Connection. So one has like 270, I guess, movies on there. Mm-hmm. So just give it a follow. See how many movies you've seen.
Yeah, because we've done other samurai movies. Like we talked about Yojimbo. We've done Sword of Doom.
We did Seven Samurai. We've done Lone Wolf and Cub. There's still a whole lot of those we have not done. Maybe we'll do some of those.
Yeah, we could.
Just leave a comment, make suggestions. So until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm still Joe.
And we'll see you later.